What's up, Ben? How's it going? So tonight is the one progression I've yet... Well, I can't say that really. Tonight's the ultimate meme stream. And I very, very, very much mean that, because it is nothing more than that. It's a Q stream. I haven't streamed in a week. Last week around this time we finished Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, and I was in full preparation for not streaming for a couple days, clearing off my list, getting ready for Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker expansion. And since that Friday, I have not gotten past the screen. Not once. This has been quite the release. It has been invigorating for some people, excellent like the condition up there for some people, but for me, I can't get past this screen. So, love the title, because that's what we're doing tonight. Again, it's like the ultimate meme stream. I haven't streamed in a week, and I am ludicrously distraught about it. I could have been playing Pokemon this whole time, but Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I want to finish the Pokédex. Do want to do a Pokédex completion. Also, Minato, how are you? How's it going? Glad you can make it. But yeah, I haven't made it past this screen. And again, as far as Pokemon goes, we will be jumping back to that eventually. Before Legends Arceus comes out, so I don't know when, but we will get back to it. I will be finishing up the Pokédex. We put a good giant chunk into it. But tonight I really wanted to test my progression out with this. This has been, honestly, probably the most difficult fight in Final Fantasy I've ever faced. I've literally got this far. This is the farthest I've made it. Doing good. Leveling Reaper is fun. I've only, to be fair, you know, jokes aside, memes aside, I've, Ashley, hello, how are you, Ashley? Hopefully you've got some time in Final Fantasy XIV. Hopefully everybody has. I feel like I'm the only person that hasn't got to touch it. I'm 2,128 in. When I got home, I was 4,401. Then I had a 2002 error. I actually walked out of the room and I was watching TV, talking with the kids. I've lost faith in this, honestly, for the most part. So, like, I walked out and I was just doing my own thing in the background. Got a 2002 error. Stacy came in here, and actually saw it, restarted it. So, props to Stacy for getting this far. But no, I've not made it farther than the queue. This is actually the almost. It's either the farthest or almost to be the farthest. I'm pretty sure I got to the 1,000s at one point. Oh, I've heard only that, Minato, that, you know, that this has been such a good story, the gameplay's fun, the changes have been fun. I haven't heard a single person complain about things being broken, other than a couple dungeons that were just, like, too populated at once, which happens every single expansion. This, on the other hand, this expansion in this queue, though, not logged in since the update, not once, no. See, my schedule, I can't play it in the morning like a lot of people, I can't. My schedule doesn't work that way. We got 3 kids, and I work a job that requires me to be there in the morning, and I don't get off till the evening. So, the only time I get to play like so many other people is during peak hours. So, my playtime is around, I get home at 8 p.m., needless to say. Right now, it is 10:02 p.m., so somewhere between 9 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. That 9 to 10 p.m. is that's my start time for streams usually. And yeah, so I play only at peak hours, so I've not made it past a queue. Hence the dramatic title. I mean, I'm glad everybody else has got to play though. I'm not that salty about it. I'm a little salty, don't get me wrong. The salt is in my mouth. And around my head, and you know, I may have a you know, some soggy socks. What is another butt hurt? I could go on, and you know, I am a little upset I haven't got to play it. We're technically a few hours from being a week of this expansion, you know, being released, I actually pre-ordered it so I could get early access. Apparently, just like everybody else did. And, yeah, I haven't got to play it once. Not even a little bit. I have not made it past the queue. So, we might get to scratch the surface tonight, but that's about it. And I'm not changing the title, even if we do. Like, that is stuck. Square Enix made that title, not me. I just rolled with the punches. Cool thing is, though, I'm not distracted. I can literally just sit here and talk. I don't really do many of these. I should just change my little thing over on Twitch to just chatting. Happens every expansion. Oh, I've played every expansion. Typically, I really have, but I didn't play them all on release. But I have played Stormblood. I played Shadowbringers. Not the same. Not the same whatsoever. I won't even justify it as the same. Honestly, it is unjustified how bad this expansion has been. So, look, I love Yoshi P. I don't blame Yoshi P. I don't blame Final Fantasy XIV devs that much, but I do. Like, this is allocations, and yeah, I'm not going to go down that road. Calm down. Don't go down that road. You've been down this road all week. Almost a full week, you've been down this road. Calm down. Whew. To some extent, still not this bad. Like, this has been ridiculous. I played, literally, I started playing this game right before Stormblood was released. I actually got the Collector's Edition. I was so stoked about Stormblood coming out. I got the Collector's Edition pre-order. I was in early access then. Same thing with Shadowbringers. This is just some... This is like standing in line in a hot dog stand, is the only thing I can say about that. Like, you might get food at the end, but, I mean... It's been a week and I haven't been in this game yet, so... It's not surprising to you, at least. Ugh, I'm not saying I'm surprised. I'm saying I'm disappointed, you know? I'm very happy the game's done as good as it has. I love Final Fantasy XIV. Obviously, I haven't stopped paying my sub. You know, I really got to stress this so much, because there's so many trolls out there. It's like, hey, you got a problem with it, just stop paying your sub. Just don't pay your sub, you know? And if you don't pay your sub, you don't got to worry. And I'm going to be that dude that's just like saying, I am paying my sub because I do love the game, and I want to support it still. I want to make sure this doesn't happen again. And unfortunately, it doesn't matter. There's like, what, 14 million people who have accounts, active accounts right now, playing the game still. 14 million? $15 a month? I don't know that math, but that's millions of dollars. Close to billions of dollars. What the fuck is 14 times 15 anyway? I don't know. I refuse to do that math right now. But Jeepers freaking creepers. Like, it is like crazy. What up, zombie? How's it going? But yeah, I haven't got to log into this game in a whole week, Scott. So that's why, hence this. Like, the title and everything. How come the screen isn't full? Oh, it's because your screen isn't full. I'm just kidding. It's literally because this is the login screen. Like, don't log out of the game now. Don't listen to that. I was about to say log out of the game now. Go back here. And no, like this isn't full screen for anybody. It's the what is this? What do you call this screen? Your character selection screen? Yes, I guess that is what you call this. Your character. It's the screen of question marks. Your character has a name there, and you see veteran rewards, but as you see here... Wait, is that the right side? Let me look. Here. Nope, it's over here. Here! It's all question marks. Now, like, the black thing... Yeah, there. And the one on the other side, too. It's just a login screen. Like, you can't see the text right here because, one, it's too tiny for you to see. And, three... I skipped some steps, but ignore it. My body's covering up the other half. Yeah, this screen's always like this, but nobody gets to see it this long. I've seen it this much for a week. This is all I've seen for a week. Everybody else is like, what's those black bars, bro? Why aren't you playing full screen? It's like, this is the screen. It looks like this. Nobody else has had to sit here this long. You've never paid attention to it enough. Believe me, I know all the details. What up, Cody Atkins? How you doing, dude? You're logging out of your game? Yeah, I wouldn't log out of your game either. So how you been, Cody? Logging onto your probable character? Good luck. Just got home? Sweet! Time to get a brewski, lax a bit. Zombie, don't rub it in! 1.2k. You just log in and I'm sitting at 1765? Baloney. I'm talking straight like Mortadello. Trapped in a different world for a day and a half. Thanks for the warning, Ashley. I probably wouldn't have anyway. There's actually a hack in game. No beers. Tomorrow's a different story. Been waiting for 90 minutes. Oh, okay. Yeah. Probably started right before I did. Oh, man. I still think it's so ridiculous. Like, tonight's basically a talk show. It isn't even gameplay. You've reached the Tombles talk show. Gotta be up at 5 a.m. anyway. Hey, I feel ya. I actually work basically at 9 to 5 now, which I'm kind of happy about. Not really technically 9 to 5, but kind of close. Got a job at AT&T, and I cannot actually say anything bad about that. It has been... I'm not even that far into it. I gotta say, it's like the best job I think I've ever had. It's like zero labor. And I got a company phone. I got that today, an iPhone 11. Pretty sweet. Yeah, it's actually been pretty good. Aside from not getting to play video games for a bit because this game's fucking broken right now. Real life, on the other hand, has been actually pretty uppity jumpity. It's been bussin', as them kids say. As them kids. I love to see those moments. No, it has been straight up some bee's knees out there. Like, it's been pretty cool. Company iPhone 11? Yeah, for real. Got it today. Tomorrow I'll get my company iPad, which I'm pretty excited about that as well. Like, I mean, like I said, it's been pretty cool. I actually graduated from all my courses today. Started making commission today. Made extra commission today. Sold an iPhone 13 Pro Max. Kinda. We ordered one and somebody got an upgrade, but you know, literally nobody has one in stock. So good luck if you're looking for one out there. Thank you so much, Zombie. Flip phone. Did you say you got a job at AT&T? I did, Zombie. Yeah, AT&T. I got so tired of the labor jobs, so like I tried to, like, you know, straight up shoot my shot. I didn't want to be in a carpet mill anymore, which is what I was working when I first started streaming. I worked there for like 8 years in a carpet mill. It is what it is. Literally, I don't mean that. It is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. Like, if you're wondering what that is, it is what it is. Thank you so much, Zombie and Minato. But yeah, I mean, I had to get out of that. Got a new job? I did, William. Not recently. I actually started last Monday. But yeah, I work at AT&T now. Very happy to. Really cool place. Really nice people. I really like the job. I literally have a closet full of clothes they've already given me. A company phone. 3 jackets. Just it's a lot of stuff. Thank you so much, William. But yeah, you know, like I was saying, outside of not getting to play one of my favorite games because it's broken now because the expansion came out, life's been pretty good, you know, and thankfully for that. We've had some ups and downs, you know, but ultimately it's been pretty nice, thankfully. And yeah, really excited about the new journey. It pays more than any other job I've ever had, has better perks than any other job I've ever had. Really happy about it. To be honest as well, you wouldn't believe, one of the bigger sell points that kind of helped me out with a job was my YouTube channel, and my Twitch channel, and my Facebook streaming. I literally put it down on my application, along with Restream, and shout out to everybody, you know, jumping in on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. for real, like, all of you helped me out getting this job as well, because, I mean, legit shout out to all of you. I just straight up put it out there. I've never put it in a job application before. Thought putting it in a resume might hurt me more than help me, and no. I was like, see, they interviewed me on a Friday, which is the start of an interview period. No, it was a Wednesday. But it was the start of an interview period, and they straight up told me that they had 2 weeks of interviews just lined up. And it was the first one out of the other people in this interview. Number one, they interviewed a whole lot of people, and they literally went right back to the beginning and chose me out of everybody else. And I couldn't be more grateful. I really couldn't be. It's really awesome. Give you benefits? Yeah, dude, they have awesome benefits. You get half off your cell phone service. Their health insurance is like dirt cheap for employees because they actually partner with other companies so they can get insurance cheaper. You get a company phone. It's also a perk. You can use it for your personal, but they straight up tell you once they give it to you, I mean, if you don't want AT&T to see it, obviously. So you get a personal company phone / you get half off your cell phone service, half off AT&T products. You get free clothes, and I mean, I don't mean just a t-shirt that says AT&T. I mean, I literally got I've been there for like on the floor starting today, and I've already had a whole closet full of clothes given to me. Brand new clothes, not hand-me-downs, straight up come in plastic, ships to you and everything. Lots of really cool perks, really awesome. I've never felt more welcomed at my job. Plus, you don't just make an hourly salary, which is more than I've ever made at any other job, which is fucking awesome. You also get commission pay as well, which is really cool. Vacation pay, sick leave, the works. Yeah, at the moment I just started off, so obviously me right now, no, but everything goes in 6 months intervals as well instead of a year, like every other job I've ever had. Every other job I've ever had is a year to 5 years to get perks. Right now it works in a 6-month interval to get those perks, so like every 6 months good shit happens instead of a year go by and stuff like that, which is also insane but really cool. Yeah, thank you again, William. And, like I said, thank you all so much. To me, it's really awesome. Like I said, I never thought about putting stuff like that on a job application or resume before. And I put it on both, and it has definitely given me a better position in life. Obviously, I acquired so many people skills here. I mean, you all know, if you followed me from the beginning, I didn't even do live streams. I did, Final Fantasy videos, and, like, even before that, I was doing like video game reviews on video games that never came out. None of it was live content. And then starting in Final Fantasy II and this game, I actually started doing people interactions and stuff like that. And also got to do a huge shout out to Restream too, because my allocation with them and their sponsorship also has helped me out, not just being a representative for them, but now being a representative for AT&T as well. It's just so many awesome things. Gives you such peace of mind. Yeah, it really does. It was hard for you? It was. Like, honestly, the last job, see, I worked at a carpet mill for 8 years. The same job. I had for 8 years. And I hate to say I settled for less, but I did, There's no other way to put it. They kept giving me promotions, and it's like, okay, I'll stay. Okay, I'll stay. And it was just, small promotions, but it was enough to make it a little bit of a difference, And I stayed there for 8 years, working at the exact same place. It was a carpet mill, like 2 miles down the road from where I live, maybe 3 miles. And cheese for an hour to a group of people, I can do that. And I'm very good at it as well. I can even like turn around and make a whole YouTube video about grilled cheese. I've done it. If you haven't watched it, hey, go watch it. It helps me and you out. But like and sub. But no, for real. Yeah, and then after that, see, the job I worked last was a distribution center for Kroger. And I don't hate the job, don't get me wrong. I hated the tops. Like, COVID has made those types of jobs kind of really hard to work right now. So working for a grocery distribution center is a nightmare. Don't do it, at least not now. And if you do something else. Listen to me. You'll thank me later. So I worked at a place called Peyton Southeastern. It was Kroger Distribution Center. And my last week, I actually worked. I walked 23 miles. It sounds like a broken record, but I don't know how many of you have heard this story. And if you haven't, you'll hear it now and you'll understand. My last week, that week, I walked 23 miles at work only. Not counting my everyday life outside of work. At work, I had walked 23 miles. I was keeping up in track with it with Pokemon Go. So, that's only a rough estimate. I could have walked over 23 miles. They round it up or round it down. So, I walked 23 miles that week. And at the end of the week, one of my supervisors came up to me and told me that I was only working at 53% of what they were expecting out of me. And at that point, I was like, fuck this job. What the fuck? 53%? What the hell do you want me to... You want me to walk fucking 40 to 60 miles a week? A lot of jeepers. Dangling a carrot in front of your nose? Yeah. And I wasn't even getting paid that much. Like, they kept giving you this spiel about, like, you know, if you could make, like, a certain amount on your percentage rate, you'd start getting paid, like, $25 an hour. Spoiler alert, nobody was making that much. Because if you fuck up, they take away your incentive pay. And everybody was, like, fucking up all the time. But everybody was, like, busting their ass to try to get that $25 an hour. And I was just like, fuck this. I was making, like, $17 an hour to walk, like, 23 miles a week. Or more. Fuck that. I probably don't even walk a mile at work now. And I make more than that already. It's better perks. Determine that? It's determined by your speed, your distance traveled, and your performance, honestly. So, like, there's no bathroom breaks. Like, bathroom breaks were not allowed there. It went against your time and your percentage. I could go on and on. I don't want to get sued by Kroger, so I'm not going to go too far in depth with it. But I will leave it at that, you know. You don't even get, like, a restroom break there. Like, straight up. You gotta use the restroom. They're like, bro, hold it. You get 3 breaks a day, go then. Yeah, so, yeah. I was just over that. I worked there for, like, 3 months. I was trying my best to just, like, stick it out the best I could, because it paid better than the last job I had before it. The carpet mill that I was at. And then eventually, Stacy and I had a talk, and she was like, what good is the money if you're miserable? And I was like, that's true. Like, I'm going in at 8 a.m., and I didn't even have a set time when I'd get off work. So I'd go in at 8 a.m., and I would either work anywhere from 11 to 13 hours a day, unless we got let off early, which happened twice. Yeah, it's just wasn't worth it. Time is money in jobs like that. Oh no, their turnover rate right now, Zombie, is like 1 in 25. I'm pretty sure is what they told us. So they get a class of 25 people once a month. They get a class of 25 people to start getting on the onboarding section over at the Peyton Southeastern location. So 25 people. Normally only 23 people show up. So there's a lot of stats, statistics, and percentages that go off right from the beginning. So their turnover rate is 1 in 25. So what happens is they set up a class of 25 people. Normally only 23 people show up. And that 23 people that show up, in the first month, only 8 stay. By the 3-month period, there's typically only 1 person that stays out of that class. So that's the statistic. 1 in 25 is their turnover rate. Which, if you've worked anywhere, that is fucking awful. No cap. Like, that's bad. And really, they had decent benefits. I'm not going to say they didn't. They had decent benefits. I had to actually get vaccinated there as well. So, there was that. I've got my first vaccination shot. You know, we've talked about this in Discord and everything. Thankfully, I didn't have too bad of side effects. I just felt very lethargic. Other than that, not bad. Just achy, lethargic. Nothing too detrimental. Never got sick. Never ran a fever. Had a little insomnia, but nothing too bad. But I did get my first vaccination. The next one I get is the day after Christmas. So if I don't stream the day after Christmas, don't hate me. Just know I'm either suffering from something or just like lethargic again. But yeah, it was a requirement to get vaccinated there as well. That wasn't really what got me off though. What got me was mostly the percentage rate that they were like trying to like ram down your, ram into your brain rather. I got to a point where I was just like, I woke up, my body was just like pain. See, let me actually back it up a bit. And the reason I wanted to work there is because after I worked in high school, when I was in high school, I got a job working at the local city street department, which all we did was fill potholes, lay gravel, weed eat old ladies' yards, mow the lawn in the middle of town, pick up leaves in town during the fall and winter, and haul off trash from the city to the local landfill. That was my job from 17 to 19. When I was 19, though, I actually got a job at Peyton Southeastern, the place I was just mentioning earlier that made me feel miserable. So, what happened was, back then, I was told that the job was 4 days a week, 10-hour shifts. I was told the same thing this time around, going in, now as an adult, not a teenager, 9 years later. And I was like, yeah, I mean, shit, that was like amazing. The reason I wanted to leave the carpet mill is because I was working 6 days a week, and they wanted you to work overtime there too. Because when COVID hit, they were trying to manipulate the market. All these other carpet mills shut down, they didn't. And yeah, so that was a thing. So I wanted to quit there because I was working ridiculous hours and 6 days a week. And I was just tired of it. Well, I remember Peyton Southeast was like, yeah, I worked there like right after high school. I was like, and I loved it. 4 days a week, 10-hour shifts, and then you get 3 days off to just like do whatever the hell you want. And I was like, that's like perfect, you know, for me, Stacy, the kids, all of us. So I was like, yeah, let's do that. And I went there, and it was 6 days a week, uncapped hours, production based, nothing like it was when I worked there 9 years ago. And I get every company changes, so like, you know, almost a decade, but you know, it wasn't for me. It was not for me. So I was just ready to get out of there. We're 880. I have not made it this far. We might actually pass Q tonight, which will be insane. I'm not going to stream that late, just so you know. 754. So I am going to stream though. I'm very excited. I've been in this queue for almost like 2 hours, and for once it's made fruition. I wanted to do this whole stream like this while I was sitting in the queue. But, I mean, I'm going to be grateful if I can get in the game. I'll be pissed off if I get, like, any closer and it 2002s me, or if I get in and it, you know, kicks me out. But, nonetheless, we're gonna stream tonight. I think we're actually going to get in. Knock on wood. I'm very happy about that. But, yeah. You disagree with forcing COVID vaccine? I do too, to be fair. Stacy and I talked, and neither one of us wanted it. We wasn't going to get the kids to get it. But it has come to the point where almost every job's doing it now. If you want to travel, you got to get it. Some restaurants are making you have it. Have the card before you can go in. And in my position where I'm working now, I have to get it because I work with the public. So it's just, it's kind of one of those things that's becoming part of as the current time we live, you know, they're calling it the new normal. And this is becoming part of that new normal. And I agree, you know, I don't believe anybody should be forced to have to get anything, but I've got to live in an adult life and make decisions based on not just being with my family, our house. So I got it, you know, obviously. And again, most jobs around here are forcing it on everybody. So it's either you get it or you don't have a job. So I got it. You know, I get my second dose in December. And if the booster ever becomes required, I'll have to get that in June, I think. But it is what it is. Hopefully there's no detrimental side effects. Let's all hope for that. Knock on wood for that, too. So if I do get in here, where does the game start? We go into Rising Sands? Rising Suns? It's been so long, I don't even remember what the fuck it's called. We go into more donuts? More donut? What are we doing? Where does it start? I mean, we probably got like another like 10 to 15 minutes, let's be realistic, but 646, I've never made it this far. At all. More donut. Really? Rising Stones. I was wrong on both. Sand, sun, stones. But cool. Rising Stones. Can't believe I couldn't remember that. It's been so long since I've really done real content in this game, though. Even when we were like doing our catch up to the game, I was like, it just didn't feel like a catch up really to me. It felt like, I don't know. It didn't feel like a catch up. I really didn't like the, which I'm not the biggest fan usually of them anyway, but a lot of times there's key details you need. But like the patch notes series from Shadowbringers to Endwalker, I just wasn't that big of a fan of. Like, Shadowbringers was a pretty decent, pretty good story. Not my favorite. Stormblood I actually loved a lot. Heavensward just like, and you know, Realm Reborn obviously is the base of the story right now to this current Tom. But I don't know, Shadowbringers, there's a lot that a lot didn't click with me the way I wanted it to. And you know, during the patch notes we had this whole COVID fiasco happen, so it was just like a horrible fucking Tom getting through a lot of that. But like, I don't know. The patch notes though, usually there's so much like story that's in there where you're just like, I don't know, it gets juicy sometimes. And I feel like it did, you know, between Shadowbringers and Endwalker, but it just didn't hit as much to me. I don't know. I still didn't get fully caught up on a lot of stuff. It did with the story and a few backstory stuff, but cost you $32 from Grubhub. I thought about doing a Grubhub to get that emote as well because I thought it looked cool, but I was like, I live in the middle of fucking nowhere, so it probably would have cost me more than 32. And I know like the delivery was supposed to be free because the Grubhub promotion and everything. But like when I say I live in the middle of nowhere, like to get from where I live to the closest town, it takes about 15 minutes. About 8 minutes if you count like the town that's literally next to me, but there's like, let's see, 2 gas stations, a Subway, 2 Mexican restaurants, 2 dollar stores, and a grocery store, and a pharmacy. That's it. Like, that is it. So I can't count that as a town. So like a real town, the closest one's like 15 minutes away, and then the next town over is about 20 minutes away, which is the town I do work in, which is actually where I work is about 35 minutes from where I live. 30, 35, depending on traffic. And, yeah. 5.2, 5.3, but other than that, didn't really care. Yeah, I mean, there was only so much that they could do, which I understand. You know, during the patch notes between Shadowbringers and Heavensward. Again, COVID fucked a lot of shit up. It really did. Video games. They held no bounds. They hit video games, they hit grocery stores, they hit everything. PlayStation 5, Xbox, whatever the hell that exists. So much stuff, but hey, Jacques, thank you so much. Slide on the floor on his knees saying, goal. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. All those tips really do help me out so much, you know. I never actually spend them on personal use. It always goes to new video games or new streaming equipment. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And Rez! It's almost cheating, Riz. You popped in at like 500 in queue. You missed so much progression, bro. Like, so much prog. We've been out here grinding. But yeah, I mean, glad we can finally get in here, though. Like, for real. I mean, knock on wood, anyway. That is not wood. This is, though. But yeah. We might actually get in tonight. I'm so excited. So excited. Still bummed that I'm like the one person I know that has had to wait a full week to get there. I mean, we're still at 500. Anything can happen. 2002 could happen. Let's hope not. I'm knocking on wood again. But gosh, so much time. But yeah, I really did want that email. It was just, like I said, I live in the middle of nowhere. Kinda out of question for me. I don't even think that that promotion for Grubhub would even work on me. Going deep into login savage, I see. Yeah, it's been quite a knot, you know. I've been streaming for, let's see, 40 minutes. I have footage of nothing but sitting in a queue, talking to people. I've actually, before that 40 minutes, I actually had literally got home, so I've been actually in queue for nearly 2 hours, believe it or not. And at the risk of getting a 2002, believe me, the restroom's right here, so I'm going to take a very quick restroom break. Give me, like, a couple seconds while we all sit here in queue just a tad bit longer. I really hope I get in as well, there is. To no surprise, though, in my small time being away, the queue didn't change. It's okay, though. 428! I've not made it this far. You know, in a whole week, I haven't been this far. Sad part is, like, you know, I said it earlier, I'm not going to get the stream that long tonight. I do have to be at work at 9 o'clock in the morning. So, no, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I got to wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning. That's what it is. And I know it doesn't sound very late, but after a stream, I can't ever just, like, wind down completely. It's always, I got to chill and watch some TV for a bit, eat some food, let my body just go, like, chill, bro. So, I'm not going to stream very long, which sounds horrible as much as I've waited to get in this game all week. I really wish I could deep dive, but I do have work tomorrow still. And I've already figured out that Friday or tomorrow night I will stream again. I don't have work on Saturday, and I don't have work on Sunday. So, tomorrow night, I'll be streaming again. I probably will just set out, like, the queue, obviously, just let it run its course, and then me log in later on, when it does finally let me log in. So it probably won't be at the same time, unfortunately. But again, I don't work on Saturday, and I don't work on Sunday, so there's that. So Saturday and Sunday I will be streaming, probably going to be later, maybe even a tad bit earlier, depending on my times when I can get on and stuff like that. I'm not going to do another Q stream tonight. It was just like if you saw it from the beginning, it's a meme stream. Again, I'm going to stream the game, kind of dip my toes in Endwalker, but I wish I didn't have to go back to work till spring. 5 a.m. 6 days a week. Yeah, I mean, I wish I had that opportunity. Not the case for me. I still gotta actively work, but I'm not complaining. I actually love my job now. For once in my life, I can say I love my job. Like, actually mean it, not be sarcastic about it. So that's really, really awesome. And that's one of the reasons why I want to be so punctual, or I'd just be a little shithead. I'd be like, man, fuck it. But no, I couldn't. Gotta go back tomorrow. Right now, I'm working Monday through Friday. And I think last week is, or next week, I mean, is my last week of that. And I'm a little sad, because after that, it's probably gonna be Monday, Tuesday, might get Wednesday off. And then might get either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday off. Might get Tuesdays and Thursdays off. I'm not really sure, but other than that, I know for a fact I'm gonna have to work every weekend and every closing shift. Which I don't mind working closing shift. Like, that's, you know me. I'm always up late anyway. I don't really like waking up in the morning. It's just me. But one best ongoing game and community support. Yeah, no. Like, I was watching the Golden Joystick stuff. It's or wait, do you mean tonight? Wasn't tonight the Game Awards too? Or also, did anybody watch the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 trailer yet? Or see the Hisuian Voltorb release? Hey, that's actually really good. A good switch from construction to engineering consulting. That's actually a really good switch. Congrats on that, for real. The Game Awards was today. Okay, yeah. I didn't know if you were talking about like the joystick or anything like that. I mean, we kind of already knew they got that. I mean, it was pretty much announced a long time ago. Even though it may not have been, you know, completely in sound, but let's be fair. We knew that was coming. Sometimes the support, though, for Final Fantasy XIV, as much as I love it, sometimes it's just toxic. You ever heard that term that's like sometimes just too much of a good thing? I feel like sometimes that's the community support with Final Fantasy XIV. I love this game. I do. With every ounce of love that I could give it. Down to the every tablespoon of love I can give it, you know? I do love it. I do. Played it for years. I've streamed this game more than any other game I've ever streamed. On all platforms. But this is the one game I can always say. And it goes, I guess, better it says with most Square Enix games. With the Final Fantasy title on it. I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. Again, I've not just this game, but in general, I've streamed more Final Fantasy games than any other stream. I'm always going to love the games, but I'm not going to shy away from the fact that sometimes the community support in Final Fantasy is so good that it's toxic. It is so good that it is toxic. I feel like it is very, very, very important to say that twice, because you have so many people that are blinded by the lot. No joke or pun intended, that sometimes they just ignore the bad. And I mean, in some ways that's good. I mean, that means you got a good community. It really does. And it actually shows a lot of support, which, you know, goes to show, obviously, with, you know, the award given. But sometimes, like, for instance, I started this queue more than 2 hours ago, honestly, at this point. It's 10:42 p.m. I started this queue at 8:09, actually. I am 131 in, and I have been streaming for 48 minutes. So a few of you have seen this ongoing queue for 40 minutes, and you've just sat here with me while I've talked, and I appreciate that. And we're 56, which means we might get in! Woo! We're getting close! Let's go! But, realistically, going back to what I'm saying is, the real working class person, or a lot of working class people, I won't say a real, it's kind of offensive. So working class people, or even students, it's so hard for us to play this game right now. If you can, like, if you had a point where you could find into this game to pay monthly, buy the expansions, get pre-orders to get early access, again, it's nearly been a week. and I haven't even got. I didn't get on early access, and I pre-ordered this game like months in advance, and yeah. No, Jean, like none of the expansions were this bad. None of them. It has never been this bad before, and that's because World of Warcraft players are playing now. Guild Wars players are playing now. This is the most highly anticipated expansion of all time, apparently, for any MMORPG. Good for them, for real. Like, I'm not joking, not being sarcastic. Good for them. Square Enix, Final Fantasy XIV support, dev team, Yoshi P, the works. Good for them. The execution of this, though, oh god, it's a joke. I mean, I literally, at the beginning of this, called this a meme stream. And I still mean that. Like, I'm still gonna stream. Again, it's been nearly an hour that I've literally sat here in a queue. 1 hour. And I get, you know, we had Tim last night jump in on Discord. If you don't follow the Discord channel, I promptly say follow it. It's the best place if you are jumping in now or jump in here and there, or maybe you don't get all the information from me about when I'm going to stream or when I'm not going to stream. That's the place to find out. Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, please do. It's where you get all the info from me as fast as possible if I'm streaming that night. So yes, I actually play a lot of Feljon. But yeah, yeah, I mean, I can't shy away from the fact that I love this game more than any other MMO. I mean, I was a huge World of Warcraft fan for years. And believe me, this was beyond any World of Warcraft queue I've ever had to sit in ever. Back then, I used to have to sit for 45 minutes looking in a dungeon for somebody to help me out. And I thought that was bad, you know? Maybe have to sit for 25 minutes in my bedroom by myself to wondering, like, when the hell am I going to get in this game? Little, you know, like, 15-year-old me. Or 19-year-old me. And, oh, yeah. We have a Lalafell Discord. Not a Lalafell Discord, but a Discord for the channel for sure. Yeah, since you're on YouTube, if you go to the About section, we're getting in! Woo! Let's go! We get about now, we're in gameplay, but I'm getting it! Yeah, if you actually go to the About section on YouTube, there's a link there that says Discord. You can click that, and it's an invitation that invites you to the Discord channel. And again, that is like the best way to find all the latest information if I'm streaming, if I'm not streaming. I actually give people better updates than YouTube or Twitch. Twitch and YouTube and Facebook kind of have late notifications, even if you ring the bell over on YouTube, which I do appreciate it for all of you that do that. I said do. But, you know, if you actually do that and hit that bell, it helps me out more than you think it might. Actually helps. Like, I promise you, it really does. But, yeah, okay, so the first thing to address is my hotbar. I've not looked forward to this. I gotta switch controllers really quick too, because, like, it's not doing it now. Oh? Oh? Did they update controller? I'm pressing L2. Oh, no, there he goes. God damn it, why do I have to see shit? Alright, yeah, I gotta switch controllers really quick. It's not gonna do anything. Oh, the only part that sucks is the pad doesn't work in functionality on this controller. I wanted to get a new controller so bad, but I didn't do it because I ended up getting Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. I had a decision to make. I'm not saying I made the right one, but I'm not saying I made the wrong one either. Obviously, this does work, but there's some functionality that doesn't work. So there's this. This is the trance gauge. Upon learning the enhanced summon Bahamut, it is possible to summon a Demi Phoenix to fight at your side. That was already a thing, though. It grants you Ruby, Topaz. I'm not reading this mumbo jumbo. I already know what the update was. This is the part that sucks. I have no cursor. My pad works, but the cursor doesn't work, so there's that. Well, welcome to the party. Oh, woo. Hotbar Savage. It really is going to be, because everything's so outdated. Minato, help me out here if you can. If you can. Gosh, I'm not, this has been the biggest part I haven't looked forward to already, too. Like, I'm not just joining into the game late. I'm joining in at a point where, like, I had a hotbar that, you know, worked because it was what my character was, and now it's just... I don't even know what the fuck they did to my fucking summoner. So you gotta be level 90 to summon them? Oh, wait. No? See, it already just doesn't make sense. Okay, yeah, I have no fucking idea. So what are we doing here? Where do we start? Summon Eggies to big boys. Yeah, you know, I got that. Summon the true troubles you unlock more of their moves. Yeah, I mean, I just need hotbar advice. I don't know what to do anymore. Wait, so we don't even get Eggies anymore, period, do we? No, we don't. Gosh, that's so lame. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I like the look of the summoner stuff, but jeepers, I don't know. It's gonna be kind of a bummer not having them. All right, so yeah, let's I should literally make a whole new stream right now and call it like Hotbar Savage for sure. I'm not gonna though. Need your summons to get. You need your summon pet to summon them. I don't even know what that means, Minato. Want to see your hotbar? I mean, I don't really have to do that. I just need to see an opener. Like, what is my opener? What is my actions? What is my rotation? Okay, like we still got Ruin. All right, so there's that. But Bio apparently isn't a thing anymore. Let's see. Miasma or Bane is not a thing anymore either. So yeah, so that is irrelevant now. So our start off is, so wait, do you have to have like a summon out or no? Because like summon E3 is like right here, and that was on here. No, it used to be right there, and then it's no longer a thing. You need to summon out. So, wait. How did you even get it out? That does not work. What the fuck? I gotta have Carby out? Lame. Ugh. Wah! Who the hell was out here saying, like, put Carby back out there? Oh, God. I'm not gonna make this a complaint stream. I'm gonna try my best to not do that. Oh, God. So do I gotta use like OG pets now too? Because like there was never an E3 Carby. Like you get the Emerald one, but like that's this one, or the Ruby one, I mean. God, that is so lame. This is not super important. It feels important. They all do different shit. And if it's like base Carby, it's like useless. Or is it just base Carby and these other ones are just like other shit? I'm sorry, I'm trying not to complain. I'm doing a bad job at not complaining, but it only does 3 things. One is a DPS buff, a shield that be used to summon the Promels. I mean, it's good shit, though. I mean, if you're running around, execute, rushes a target, deals fire damage, damage to a potency of 400. I feel like these two aren't different at all. So, I mean, they sound kind of the same. 4 stacks of earth. 2 stacks of fire. Why are they shitting on fire? Okay, we're going topaz, I suppose, because wind sounds lame. Wait, what? Son of a bitch. It's gotta be base level or carbuncle. That is just lame. Oh, son of a bitch. This is gonna be a hell of a time. Bear with me. You're just confusing me now, Minato. Not gonna lie. So, let's go with, like, not explaining certain things. Let's, like, start at the base of the rotation. Because I gotta reroute this whole thing. So let's start with the base of the rotation and work our way around. Let's do that. You don't gotta explain my complaints. We'll be here all night if we do. So, like, let's start. Like, what's rotation 1? Like, where are we going? Because I used to go into a clockwise formation. I'd have my, that was ruined right there, which probably should go back, but the way this always used to go was I would summon my Eggy, so and now we got Carby out here, who's just straight chilling for some reason. So, you know how to have Bahamut face? No, I don't know anything. I haven't studied this. I've been salty as hell, and I've avoided spoilers, and I've been salty as hell for the last week. I don't know anything. I mean, if I gotta look up a video just to figure this out, we're gonna end the stream here. I'll watch a video, and we'll stream later. But yeah. If not, then we can go slow through this. But I'm not about to look this up. Not in stream at the same time. I'm just... yeah. That's too much. Wait, be Paladin simple? Well, I've heard this is supposed to be more simplified. I just have yet to see it. Oh man, so Rez, what have you had going on so far? So the primal phase is like when you used Bahamut. Use Rune 4, Ogmore instead you summon Ifrit, Groot, and Tun. We're already off to a bad foot on this. So for your R2 buttons, put on the D-pad summon Ifrit, Groot, and Tun. I'm guessing you mean this one. Or do you mean that... Yeah, all my buttons are D-pads. Just did the second trial fought. Cool. R2 buttons put on the... Okay, never mind. Okay, so, okay, the R2 buttons... I'm following you now. So, just like I did with the Carby there, all of them is like all the summons. Okay. I'm following you now. I'm trying. All the summons. Ifrit. That sucks. It got ruined. Okay, so it should be this one, I think. Oh, okay, so, Eggy Assault 2, I think that was it, so yeah. Triangle. Free. Same thing. We'll go X on Titan. And same thing. Square for Garuda. Been trying to finish the story. There's so much of it though. I mean, that's a good thing, to be fair. I mean, I feel like I've complained so much about the last bit of things, how there was story, but I wish that there was more. So it's a good thing, you know. It's a good thing that there's more story. I mean, that's for the lot of us, you know. Okay, so like, let's go to the beginning of rotation. So we got that. So we got our Aggies, or they're not Aggies anymore, our summon set, our Aggie and summon set. When you're in combat, you can summon them. Okay. I mean, you gotta really dumb this down for me, Minato, you know. But again, I've not watched anything. I'm like... They took my dots away. Like, everything... Once again, they have restarted my whole class. They've done this so much now. It feels like every expansion I gotta relearn this class. Every single time. What's that? You didn't watch somebody else's video? Suffer. So, like, what is the opener now? So that it's like a very good question. I feel like it's super valid. Like, what is the opener now? Like, I have 16 buttons in front of me from R2 to L2 that, like, are seemingly useless now. And I feel like you're saying that the ones I set up for this one should have been on my opener, but that just sounds just not right and broken. Main hotbar, put the skill Jimshan? The fuck is that? That's like the opener. It's like number one move. I run up to an enemy, boom, I Jimshan them apparently. That's like number one. That's a legit question. Because what the fuck is Jimshan? Jimshan. Channel the energies of your active elemental augment to attack your enemy. Okay, so this is like, it channels the spirit of Ifrit, Garuda, and Tatnasi. Your main single target attack used during a summon phase. Your opener is this. That's not the opener? If that's not the opener, I don't need it first? Maybe I do. I don't know. I mean, you know, are we still worried about Aether Currents? Is that a thing? See, Aether Charge up here. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to, like, have, like, a bajillion questions, but, like... Sure, if this plays out better, cool. But it just sounds stupid from the start. Not in a bad way. Like, I say that with going in confidence of hopefully everybody understanding when I say stupid, it's like... Why the fuck would they start this all over? Like, this is like a big, like, It's like you're sitting at, at a table. Let's say you wanted to go eat some Hispanic food. You went to your local Mexican restaurant, maybe your local Hispanic restaurant if they're not Mexican food, and you're sitting there eating, a bowl of queso dip. And then somebody's just like, look, what's that? And you turn your head for a second, you turn back around, and they switched out your queso for fucking salsa. Or maybe, you went to like, let's, branch out a bit. Let's say, you're craving Chinese food, you're with your best friends, you're all be like, yeah, Chinese food, Japanese food. Let's just say Asian food, Asian cuisine. And you're going out like, sweet, I'm so ready for this. And they pull into McDonald's, just like, yeah, change my mind. Like, the whole order in your head of things just went from being something to something else. And I guess the second one didn't work as much, and the queso salsa thing kind of works. But realistically, I would say, like, let's say you were in a debate, or better yet, you were prepared to go play chess, or checkers. Let's say checkers. That's a better example. Let's say you were going to play checkers. You're on your way to play checkers. You're thinking, like, there's like 5 main strats of checkers that you can play. There's a shit ton more, but 5 of them, they're very popular. I don't know the names of any of them, so sorry, can't really pin that. But so you just got those 5 main plays in your head. You're just like, yes, I've done this forever. I know this. I'm about to chess the fuck out of it, or checkers the fuck out of it. And you get there and they're playing chess, and you're like, the fuck is this? I feel like that's how this got switched up. And it's kind of the same thing that happens every time. It's like, I've played this game for roughly 5 years, 6 years. And it's changed a lot. And now they've changed it more than they've ever changed it before. And it's like, if you just started playing this game now and you chose Summoner, it works for you immensely, which is good. If you're like a vet Summoner, maybe in the long run it does, but just starting off, it's like, what? I don't know. Let me go back. I gotta reread some chat. I went on a rant. Ruin 3 energy drain. Summon Ifrit's Hot and Garuda. Then use Ether Charge Jimshan. Just go to the Reaper job. Ignore that. Reface that. Ruin 3, Energy Drain. I'm so confused now, Minato. So, I work in a counterclockwise, and I go on hotbars. The way I do this, every time I do this, and the way I've always done it, R2 is my first hotbar. R2. I just press R2, and then I have my opener, which is the first thing that I ever do. I press, which would this case be circle. I'd press circle. That'd be the first thing that I cast. And then I'd do X, normally. Or, I prefer to go circle, X, square, triangle, as a flow. Count, like, clockwise, completely. Which you can't always go. So I understand that. So, like, that's usually my phase. But back in the day, like, see, I had bio. So, back then, I would run up to an enemy. I would hit them first with, like, let's say, Bao, for example. Or in this case, where it says Jimshan, I used to have my Ruin 2, actually. I think. Anyway, I would hit him with an attack. My first phase would be Bao. We don't have dots now, so there's that. So I'd hit with Bao, and then I would follow up with Miasma. If I didn't have my other follow-up, which was usually, I'd hit him with this, and then I'd go over here, and I'd go with like a, maybe an energy soften, or, just some other shit, some things where I'd be definitely putting as many dots on them as possible, but now there is no dots. And that's where where this class has just been completely changed, like, altogether. Ruin 3 on R2 circle. Okay. Here we go. Where do I normally have energy drain? Well, it's already on there. Is it uncomfortable in that spot? Yeah, I mean, sure. R2 rot. But to be fair, if honestly, if it needs to be changed, like keeping that clockwise thing, I was saying, R2X, it's R2 exit. So like when I enter the FUT, the first thing I would do is R2 circle, R2X, and then keep going clockwise across these. That's so much more comfortable than, I jumped all over the place with a few of these because I just had to work with it. But if I could actually go clockwise, 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 switch, clockwise, switch, clockwise, 10 times better. So, Searing Lot summon Bahamut. What the fuck is that? Searing Lot? Is that up here? Searing Lot. So for R2 you can put Jimshan Square. That's your main attack you use when you summon the Prommel. So not Searing Lot like you said before? So for R2 you can put Jimshan. Alright, so Jimshan's gonna be square, I guess. And triangle would be... what? Every 2 minutes, so you can put that somewhere else. Okay. What would be best for triangle in this situation then? Because I'm like energy, or Ruin 3, energy drain, Jimshan. So I need to close for phase 1 rotation. Wait, did we get Sasek back? No way. Didn't that get taken away? Or was it just so useless I forgot about it? Could have sworn that shit got taken away. I don't know. We'll ignore it. We'll ignore it. Okay, so Searing Lot we use every 2 minutes. Let's make it directional pad R2 rot second phase because it sounds important, and if I have to use it and I use it every 2 minutes, it doesn't sound completely main rotation. So we have our main rotation, which is so far we're 3, and I don't see how just that works. So is Ruin 2 not instacast anymore? It is not. And Ruin 3 I know isn't. What the fuck? So Ruin 2 is no longer instacast. Why would they change that? That is fucking lame. Ruin 2 upgrades to Ruin 3? It used to be instacast though. So you could do unexpected, like that's... You gain Ruin 4? I mean, that's still a step backwards. Ruin 4 was always instacast. Wasn't it? Like, wasn't Ruin 4 always instacast? Like, you had instacast Ruin 2, then you had 3, and there was certain aspects that you could do to get Ruin 4, and Ruin 4 was instacast, was it not? I mean, I know it's been a minute since I played the game, but, like, Ruin 2 instacast was vital. I mean, it's not now. I keep, I'm still stuck in the fact that I've played this with dots. So, yeah. That's why it was so vital then. I'm guessing it's not quite as vital now. So, it was Instacast. I thought it was. Yeah, like, I don't know. Okay, let's ignore that. So what should triangle be? In my opener, what should triangle be? It definitely shouldn't be Ruin 3, Energy Drain, Gem Shine, Ruin 3. So what should triangle be? Combat with the dummy? Will be easier? I don't think so. But okay, we'll do it. I really don't think a dummy's gonna make any difference here. I am, as I say, random bullshit, go fight shit kind of guy. Not to mention, I don't have a cursor on this controller, so I can't. Okay, we got a dummy. We got Ruin 3. Energy Drain that bitch. Cannot use Gem Shine. And now I'm confused again. Why is Fester still a thing if we can't do dots? Yeah, I don't know. I'm telling you, a dummy's not going to help. I got to know a rotation before I go fight a dummy. Put some of Bahamut on triangle. Snapped? I don't know. Just free damage that uses Ether Flow? I feel like with every step we take, my hotbar is becoming more and more broken. I don't know, I might just have to look up a video. This is it's getting a tad bit confusing. What I'm gonna do is give me a second. I'm gonna take a very quick restroom break. Probably the last one. I'm not gonna stream very long tonight. I mean, this might just be prep for the future. I don't know. I'm gonna take a very quick restroom break. I'm gonna grab some drinks. I'll be right back. Okay, so Fester, you DC'd? Sorry, Rez. For your main R2 direction buttons, you can put Summon Ifrit, Groot, and Totten. Go Reaper. Reaper does look cool. I've only heard good things about it too. Okay, so here we go. Back again. Action trees. So now instead of the R2 bar that I had it set to, we're going these. So what would be the other thing? So there's that. So Ifrit. And then we have Titan. And then we have Garuda. So let's triangle on this one. It's so fast paced. It looks like it. I mean, to me, when I looked at Reaper, it looked like they fused the Summoner end class, what used to be Summoner anyway, with Samurai. So it's like Samurai mixed with like end phase Summoner. That's what it looked like to me throughout all the trailers and gameplay that I've seen so far. Again, I know no spoilers. I'm like low tier stuff. I try to avoid all spoilers at all costs. Precious Brilliance. What the fuck is that? Like, this is one of the things that's really getting me as well. There's like that other thing you told me, and now there's this. What was the other one? Jimshan. Now, Precious Brilliance. Like, they completely gave us new moves, which in a sense it's cool, but also it's like, again, they restarted this whole job. Like, there should have been something that branched you into it, instead of just like giving everybody this, giving you a demo of the character without telling you what a single move that they're playing or doing is. And just, I don't know. Everybody says that. If you're okay with that, I guess so. I don't know what I'm okay with any of this stuff, Minato. Too many buttons? Can't hear your character making noise? Oh, you can hear your character making noise. So has anybody played Sage yet? What's that like? I really want to play Sage. I wanted to play Sage, believe it or not. I wanted to play Sage more than I did Reaper. X Death Flare. And L2 Circle Enkindled Bahamut? Wait, what would I do? Okay, L2 X Death Flare. Death Flare? Do you mean Death Flare? What about Pain? Is Pain Flare not a thing anymore now? So L2X put Death Flare. Wait, what the fuck just happened? I don't think I can put Death Flare on anything. It's fun, it's interesting, and really good. When you summon Bahamut, you can use both Death Flare and Enkindle Bahamut. I can't assign Death Flare to anything. Like, Death Flare assignment is not a thing. That just happens. Astral Flow? You gotta start over, Minato. Where am I going with this? And at this point, like, astral flow? Okay, so astral flow is going to be L2X. Wait, I always start at circle. I'm going to put his own circle. Again, I start clockwise. I start at circle, and then I work my way around. If I start at X, then I'm starting at 6 o'clock, not 3. Which some people would say 12 to, you know, 9, but I prefer like 3 to 12. So my astral flow is going to be circle. Or, yeah, circle. Will change during different summons you can use different moves during it. Okay. I'll have to do your first dungeon just a little good luck, zombie. Now it's going to be Enkindle Bahamut, right? So that will take place of Summon Bahamut, which is on my X spot. Right? Or am I wrong here? Which, I know it's a preference thing. I know it is. I know it is. But I'm trying to, like, get this the most comfortable as possible. So when I jump into this, I'm working the clockwise thing I was talking to you about. Just, I'm not trying to, like, go too crazy with this. Okay. So now we do Enkindle Bahamut on X. No, it's okay, Minato. It's okay. Like, I'm not trying to be difficult. It may sound like that, but from my perspective, like, you've probably watched a video or read some Reddit posts or, like, looked on Facebook or something. I'm completely new to this, and, Summon Bahamut, like, legit. What I'm trying to do is, like, not trying to find a middle ground. I just want a rotation, and I have to have a rotation to follow, obviously. We'll change to a different move. You figured it out on your own? It's some good ways, I guess. I just feel like I have so much more button space that is not getting used right now. Now you can see you can use the promos. I see that, yeah. So summon Ifrit, you'll see R2 square change. Ruby Rot. Alright. Alright, I get that. So then next would be Titan, I assume. Same thing. You know, square it up. No pun intended. It's kind of lame that it's Carby as like your base. I'll swap to Titan. Yeah, we did that. Now I'm guessing Garuda again, same thing. Now we have summoned Phoenix. And I'm guessing that's the next thing. Which we have you know, old school Phoenix instacast. We have whatever the fuck that. Rekindle. And Kindle Phoenix. And then we have our summons all over again, which is the same thing all over again, yeah? Yeah. So I get that, but I feel like I have like so much more button space that's just it. Did it just make that heals you? Well, that's cool. But like, is there just like so much like? Is it just this now? 16 buttons, and then everything else is useless now? Because that's kind of how it feels. It's a giant loop. Like, I can kind of get that, I guess, but like, what the hell with everything else there? Like, right? You know what I mean? So now we get our next phase too. So in the next phase, we get better beefed up moves of the same moves. We can do like the Topaz Rot, or we can do Topaz Disaster. So I get that. That's cool. And now we got the same thing, Emerald Disaster, instead of the Rot, which is the beefed up versions of those moves. But I still have like so much other space over here that just seems not a lot of buttons. So what do I do? Like, is that all of it? Is that the end? And then it just like restart? Like, what the hell happens with like Pain Flare? What happens with Tra Disaster, which actually isn't a thing anymore? Okay, so I get that. Energy Soften is a thing. There is Tra Disaster. Tra Disaster is a thing, but it's a new Tra Disaster. So that's what these are the questions I'm asking about realistically, because like, if you played this character right, it was, you know, back before this, all these things made sense and they did stuff. And now it seems like things have been repurposed and there's a bunch of shit that just doesn't make sense now. Like, I've just, yeah. Aetherflow Spinner, I mean, yeah, it was beforehand anyway. But I'm at the expense of like, those were parts of the rotation still though. Either that or Fester. So I'm guessing Fester should be the L2 circle now? Or not the L2 circle, but the L2 square now? Like, that's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of. Like, see, like, sure, there's a basic run-of-the-mill, do this, run around, do that. But, like, there's other parts to every class, always there is, like this, for example. Where, like, sure, I got, like, my R2 base circle loop. But then there's the other allocations of everything else. Like, if I'm doing extreme, you know, my DPS has to be, you know. So, yeah, okay. So, Fester's good for that. It's good to know. So, my Pain Flare and Fester, you know, obviously on there now. But now I still have a whole, like, 4-button, which Energy Soften, I guess, at this point could stay the same. Try Disaster, I don't know what that even does anymore now. So it is also still AoE. So both of those could stay the same, but now I've got L2, Circle, and X, which are kind of utterly useless. And then after this, though, like, are these other hot bars just, like, completely garbage now? Should one of these be my resurrection moves? Or, like, does it really come down to that? L2 Rot D-pad? Searing Lot now. Wait, did we already put that on here? You know, the only part that irritates the fuck out of me about this is the fact that, like, 19 moves used for Summoner. The part that irritates me the most about this, though, is, like, let's be like legit as fuck. I've played this game for years. I've played the same class as a main for years. If it doesn't happen in the first patch, we're 3 patches away and half this shit's gonna be so fucked up and changed and irrelevant and just... Why do they always do this to Summoner? Why? Like, what, do they really just, like, get their kicks out of that shit? Oh, you mean Summoner, do you? What the fuck's a Summoner? You're an elemental now! That's what it feels like, honestly. If you ever played, like, the Final Fantasy Tactics games, it feels more like the elemental status. If you played them, you'd know what I mean. If you didn't, I'm sorry. I don't have any other reference, but, yeah. Rez looks at Dreamy Shrekast. What? Wait, what should L2X be? Or L2 down? I mean, L2 down D-pad. I mean, even... we got some of that. I mean... But a lot of this is just, like, garbage. Reading Aggies? What the fuck is that? Pet move. Okay, what does that do? A barrier around you that absorbs damage, totaling 20% of your magic. Man, I'm about to get pissed. Pets just have moves again now? I can't set that to a hotbar though. Like, I'm trying. That's not an option. Your carbuncle can use for you? Yeah, I mean, that's really cool though, but again, I can't set that to anything. On the top? On the top what? Ah, no, you're right. Okay. I mean, that's kind of like sickening though. Again, you know, we have healing spells again back. They're just as shitty as ever. No, they're not. It's way better than it used to be. Hello, Emily. I don't know what you mean. Cool. But yeah. So we got phase 1, phase 2, but now we have secondary hotbars out here that are just, I don't know. But hello, Emily. Thanks for jumping on YouTube, though. Appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. So, this is like main run. I get that, Minato. So it's like everything else just like useless now. Put your res on your secondary hotbar. I mean, it kind of already is. It's over here. Resurrection. It just, everything else just seems like, I don't get it anymore. I mean, I get the rotation, so like, you know, walk up, boom, boom, boom. Or let's say, you know, like, boom. And with the Ruin 3, started off the battle. We got that going. Apparently we summoned Bahamut next. And you know what? We're gonna, like, hit him straight up with the fucking Death Flare. Just Astral Impulse, whatever the fuck that is. Just go to town with it. And apparently we missed something there, but that's fun. And now we get Ifrit, where we can do Ruby Rot or Ruby Disaster. 1 Ruby Rot, 2 Ruby Rot. Okay, so that's like the fold. So you get Ruby Rod or Ruby Disaster. I don't quite know the differences between the two yet. I haven't read them. I don't know. Same with we get that with Titan as well. We got secondaries out here while we're waiting on some of these like others to hit, or we can just like pop a Fester out there while that cooldown's going on. Hit that, pop another Fester, I'm guessing. And then hit him with the Emerald Rod, hit him with a Precious Brilliance, hit him with a Tra Disaster for an AoE maybe. Sure shit's going down, hit him with an Energy Soften. Radiant if shit's going fucking real sideways. Maybe hit him with another fucking Fester, fuck it. And then Phoenix comes in. And we just fucking enkindle the fuck out of Phoenix. And just fountain fire, fountain the fucking fire out of it. And if that happens, a brand of like fucking purgatory, or we need some like fucking life. Apparently, we do other shit, and then we get these guys back and do the same shit all over again. There's a boom, and spam that shit, or get the stronger one going, and boom that shit out. And then again, same with the other Aggie. Maybe hit him with another Fester because we got some downtime. And hit him with a little Garuda, and then, again, maybe do the same thing again. Hit him with another fucking Fester. We can't right now, so we're doing a Searing Lock, because I don't know what the fuck it does. And then we're going to another Emerald Rod, whatever the fuck this is again. That again, and then boom. We're at this point, and this is where my concern comes in. What the fuck do we do here? Because now we're caught in cooldowns. Sure, it was a small cooldown. It's about 1.8 to like 2.1 seconds. I don't know. I don't have a timer. But that's my concern. That is my concern. It plays out quick. We got 16 moves right here in front of my face. But 16 moves, there is if you're playing this out in something like extreme, if you're playing this out in Savage, if you're playing this out realistically in something competitive, there is a 1.8 to 2.1 second cooldown where you're not doing anything. And what is that? Because Summoner didn't have that beforehand. It really didn't. Sure, you couldn't move around as much when you're doing that. You couldn't, do a little bit more. Things changed. We got more mobility, but let's be fair. Those dots and not moving gave us constant damage. Okay, so let's say a fight lasts 15 minutes, let's just be realistic. If a fight lasts 15 minutes, you have, let's just be realistic and let's say 2 seconds. Let's say 2 seconds between each cooldown. It takes you about maybe 2 minutes to make it through a rotation. But 2 seconds of that, you're not doing shit. So in the 2 seconds you're not doing shit in that rotation, that adds up. Okay, so there's, 60 minutes in an hour. There is 60 seconds in a minute. So there is roughly, let's say, 15 minutes in a whole battle that would take an hour, which is unrealistic, so let's dial that back. Less than that is 7.5 minutes, also unrealistic, and less than that, almost half of that, is about 3 minutes. So let's say in a 15-minute fight, you got about 3 minutes of downtime, almost accumulated, of you kind of just chilling. It's not that much. It really isn't 3 minutes. That is a rough, rounded up estimate. Realistically, it's probably about 2 minutes and 65 seconds, maybe 66 seconds. And that's a rough estimate, like very rough. So let's just look at it, that percentage rate. Like, it's a lot of downtime. It's like a lot of downtime. Even if it's not that much, maybe I'm off about a little bit, and it could be maybe 2 minutes. Yeah, I mean 2.5 minutes. It could be about 2.5 minutes. My math could be a little bit off. Let's just say that still, though. That's a big difference, especially with people trying to do clears on shit. I've been to so many wops on shit and got blamed back when I did have dots. So do you take that away? Like, there's still a big gap there. You got these 16 moves, but we got a gap in cooldown. Okay, you want to put your res on the secondary hardbar, already is. Your R2 square is single target, R2 up, D-pad is AoE. Okay, you use Ruin 3. You want to wait till Bahamut comes back.
video for you. I mean, you can. I mean, it still seems like there's like a gap. You know, it's gonna be a little bit of a learning curve. I'm gonna have to figure it out a little bit. It's gonna be like we talked about last night. I gotta play through the shit show, deal with the bullshit, and I'll figure it out. But I mean, regardless, I fail to see how 16 moves is really allocated correctly. I mean, lucid dreaming. Okay. Summon Carby. I could deal with both of those being there. Addle. I mean, these are all still a thing. So I can deal with that. But, I mean, I don't know. There's some stuff I just don't get, I guess. Swift Cast is apparently still a thing as well. It just seems like a lot of the things that were allocated to be the way it was just seem a little less. But I don't know. We'll play through it. I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing now and take the last restroom break of the night. And on, if you want to send a video, I think at this point I'm just going to have to play it, get my comfortability, run it, and at that point we will build it from there. Can't just spam Dragon Kick anymore. Yeah, a lot of shit changed. This is going to be the last restroom break for sure. And then after that, I'm going to actually hit the story. We're going to try that. I'm going to make my way through the story, get some comfortability, and I think that's the better way to do it. I can't do the striking dumbing things like people can. If you can, awesome, cool. And I really am proud for you, because I can't do it. I don't get the same feel. I really don't. Never have, never will. What I'm going to do, though, I'm going to take the last restroom break of the night. I'm going to come back. We're going to hit up the beginning of the story tonight. And with that, if we do have some stuff we actually do, I'll dabble with it, try to get a better feel for this. I got a gist of it. And it is more simplified, I can say. I still feel like there's gaps, but that's only because this used to be such a technical class that got so simplified that I feel like it's a fucking trap. And I don't know how to feel about it. So give me a moment. I'll be right back. Again, this is the last restroom break. When I come back, we're going to be playing for a little bit. And I can't stay up too late. Again, I have work tomorrow, so bear with me. So I'll be right back. This is a perfect time for you to take a restroom break as well. Go grab a drink, go grab a snack, whatever you got to do. If you want to stick around and hang out, I'll be right back though. Let's take it once. It really is. You can't just spam Dragon Kick anymore. Made it a lot simpler, it seems, for more complicated than it really is. Yeah, I mean, I kind of get that. So let's just, like, again, I'm kind of over that. What the fuck? Is the game broken again? Like, what the fuck? I'm not even targeted on anything right now. Fuck you off. Fuck off, trafficking dummy. We're not fighting anymore. So what did you get stuck in here? I heard this was a thing, kicking people out. So you're trying to get in their free company house. Fuck! Somebody's got to change the free company music in the free company house. If they would, I'd really appreciate it. This is okay. There's a lot of copyrighted music. Everything from the Nair shit is copywritten now. Yeah, I hate that too. Believe me, I do. Believe me, I do. But it is. Definitely 100%. What up, Handsome Cruz? How's it going, Handsome? No, for real though. If somebody, you know, while I can't do it while streaming, or I get a fucking copyright flag. I do. All the Nair music at, like, period, all of it's copyrighted now. Every single bit of it. Just chilling. Feel ya. Feel ya. Feel ya. Feel ya. Glad to hear it. Sounds good. But Rez or Zombie, anybody out there, you know, want to help a bro me out? I'm not kidding. All this shit's fucking super ass copywritten now, and it is saddening, needless to say. And yeah, it does suck. I love the Nair music as well. Everybody that's copywritten now though, so every time I stream, I get a copyright strike now. Every time, like, over 14 seconds of it plays in any of my streams. What up, Sith? Trying hard to avoid spoilers. You can just you want to come in and say hi. Yeah, this was the perfect time to say hi. I'm not going to be on here very much longer. I'm actually close to my limit tonight. I hate to say it. Streaming for 2 hours. Like 50 minutes of it was legitimately a queue. I'm going to start these quests, do a tad bit, and then I'm actually kind of out myself. Unfortunately. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's true. If you're avoiding spoilers, though, they're about to start. Hate to say it. It's the good thing about waiting so long. It wasn't necessarily waiting so long as far as spoilers. I couldn't play the game because of my hours. I'm glad that I could actually get in to do stuff tonight, but I'm not going to get very far. I'm really not. I'm going to play for a tad bit, and then I'm going to have to call it for a night as well, because I do have work in the morning. I'm just glad that I could actually get in here, do some stuff tonight, so I am like super grateful for that, but here we go. What the fuck is that? Horse chestnut weapon coffer. Weird. Feeling the need to take stock. Tom Berry, do you have some time to talk? I would like to gather everyone in the Dawn's response, and together assess the situation in which we've found ourselves. We get voice acting right from the get-go, maybe? That'd be cool. We don't, okay. Enhanced voice acting. There's a lot of it. Okay. Let us take stock of the facts, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of ominous towers in a multitude of locations throughout the world. I actually heard this is very long, which is kind of unfortunate, but we're gonna go with it. We have since heard, or learned, and said structures were brought into being by an organization known as the Teleforio. Or, gosh, how do we say it again? It's been a while. The, Telophary, that's it, I'm pretty sure. The Telophary. The Telafri's stated purpose is to recreate the final days of Aeon's past, an apocalyptic event that would result in the destruction of all we would hold dear. Already have these towers of theirs been the cause of untold suffering. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their faith perverted for primal summonings. It's dirty. And unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Those shielded with the blessings of light seem to be able to resist the tempest, at least. Or, tempered. But after what happened to Arnvald and Fordola, we need to be very, very careful about what we Sorry, I'm tired. It's been a day. But after what happened to Arnvald and Fordola, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. Yet, while these threats, close to home, are of paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. The expansion so far, I kind of just started it, William. So, I don't have much of a feedback. As you know, the Telefero. Okay, I gotta get used to this again. Teleferi are under the leadership of Fandaniel and one other delightful fellow, Xenos Galvis, the Crown Prince, and our dear friend. To date, he's reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor Varus, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while there, it saw the bloodiest fighting in the war of succession. But that has since changed in the troubling ways. Dear God, Arianje. During our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons or the cries of discord. 'Twas an eerie fog of silence which did blanket that ruined city. The inhabitants appeared to have been tempered with nary a word spoken did they labor to transform the palace into a soaring edifice born of nightmares. If they were indeed made thralls, it seems safe to assume that these events too were orchestrated by the Telefroi. Pray thee, nary, for thou talketh like this. Yeah, gosh, for real. An army of Promels is awful enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear it is only the prelude to an even greater catastrophe. We need to devise a means to counter this threat, and quickly before our allies are overwhelmed. We will find a way in Charlayan. I'm sure of it. Master Farcino? His comments regarding the final days were curious to say the least. The forum knows more than is letting on. Sorry to interrupt. We've just received word from Mistress Kryl. She says the arrangements for your visit have been finalized. You're to head to Limsa Laminza and board the next ship bound for Charlayan. And on arrival, present yourselves as associates of the students of Balzian. Come to assist with the orders of restoration. The arrangements may be settled, but what of your thoughts? They must race at the prospect of returning home after so long. I'm eager to see it, of course. Of course. We should set off at once. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry and wish you safe journey. It's a weird sound. It sounds inviting, but it's a weird quest accepted. Like jingle. Alright, here we go. Oh, jeepers. So, can you not set any other Carby up to be your base? Kinda sucks that it's just like base Carby. I mean, I'm sure there's people that like it, but like Ruby, Emerald, like Topaz, just like any of those, just like why do we only get base level Carby? What did they change with the Scholar? What's Scholar looking like these days? Is it the same? If it is, I'm gonna be pissed. Fucking Scholar. The same? Really? You can change it. How do you change it? Give me the Deedsman auto. I don't like base level Carby. I don't. I mean, don't get me wrong, nostalgia purposes is cool, but like, you know, I'm almost 30 now. I've seen like blue Carbuncle a bajillion times. What do we do? Don't tell me it's gotta be one of these, like, D-pad things. Or, like, touchpad things. Be so fucking bummed out. Because I don't have a cursor right now. Like, with this, like, one of my PS4 controllers, like, actually two of them. If I press L2, my character just runs uncontrollably. And with this one, my cursor doesn't work. The D-pad works, but the cursor does not work. So there's only so much I can do, which sucks fucking balls. Not in a good way either. Or a bad way, just a terrible way. Everyone's here, which is good, because I've already paid for your voyage, or passage. And the fee is unrefundable. The ship for Charlene should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all of your luggage close at hand. Man, I hope this is like voice acted. I was told there'd be more voice acting. Oh yeah, it's gonna be. I hear the voices.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule, or so I'm told.
Wait, no, did they change Thancred's voice actor? That sounds so different. It sounds way different. Maybe it's just me. I mean, it's been a while since I've heard the voice of Thancred. That sounds so different. He's the same? What happened? It's got so much more of a... It's like a thicker accent. Sounds younger. I don't know. Something sounds so different.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Will this be your first visit to Charlian, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company.
I mean, I'd be the same way. It's like, Sir Tumbles. Bro, chill. You know, like... Gosh, I want an Estinian figure so bad. If anybody wants to give me a Christmas gift, hit me up with that Estinian Playards figure. Oh, man. I understand. It's a joke and it's not a joke at the same time. If you wanna, I'd love it. But no, it's also a joke because I know how fucking expensive it is. I have a lot of Playards figures. Michael Tumbles. But yeah, let's see how many. Let's see how many Playards figures do I have? Not busts. We got Vaughn. We've got Zaz. We've got. What else do we got over there? Listeners is a bust. We got a lot. We got a lot. We got a lot. A few of them are busts though. Oh, we got a lot of Final Fantasy VII cast. A lot of the Final Fantasy VII cast. We got Cloud, Sephiroth, Barrett, Vincent, Reno, fucking Kadaj. We're missing somebody here. I can't see who it is. I know we're missing one of them though. Can't think right now. It's crazy. I'd love an Estinian though.
Respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Better.
Are you all right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
How do you get rid of that? I didn't actually mean to open that up, and that was just there.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland. It's just... we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world.
There we go. Thanks, Bernardo.
And once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
Bring you back safe and sound, I promise. No sense worrying about the things we've powerless to change. True.
Well, that's hardly comforting.
I mean, let's, get realistic.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Hori! Coultenay! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower. Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return.
The best character. Think so?
We will too, of course. Aye. We, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
Somebody else has to watch, of course. Of course.
We're set to sail! All aboard for Charlian!
It's time.
It's time.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown. A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux. In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent.
It's the fishing boat, if nobody else noticed. It is. 100%.
And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Hell of a time for sure. Hey, at least we got to dip our toes in the water. I'm still happy about that. Not the stream I wanted it to be, but it's the stream we got. And again, I'm happy about it. I'm not going to be on here much longer. We've already got some technical difficulties here. I'm not going to be surprised if it boots me. So, we'll see what's going to happen. We'll just have to see. It works out in some ways too. I'm getting very tired, to be honest with you. Oh, here we go. Get voice acties. I love that. This song.
Here.
Copyright. It is. So that's a thing.
Feel.
Super copyrighted. I mean, maybe it would be saying that. Maybe it won't be as bad. But yeah, this is a copywritten song, which sucks balls.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
Yeah, insomnia sucks. I deal with it every day.
Called out to you, you said? I've heard this one myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
Sorry. And, my allergies are so messed up. The fuck is that? Looks like Estinian, but couldn't be. Cloth robe, wandering around like a fucking wizard. Who are you?
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad.
What? No way.
Hear, feel, think.
Why are you here now?
And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
You need to fucking chill is all I gotta say. Why now? For real.
After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer. You have gained an understanding of what I truly am, what Hydaelyn has always been, a primal. Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world, and I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield. Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms, monumental, which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable. Then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlayan's just over yonder.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again, and soon.
Trippy. The fuck? The fuck did I miss?
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
And a good morning to you too. Taking a look at the island already?
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen. There she is. Good old Sharlayan.
Oh, I see it.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes. But we'll manage on our own, if we must.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you?
Indeed. 'Tis as Sir Estinian saith. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side, I prithee.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlayan proper.
Awesome.
There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
Cool. Don't get wrapped up in shit. I'm telling it to all of you. Like, sure, it's really cool. We're in it, but it's a lame.
Sharlayan, the solitary island nation of the northern seas. Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Ala Megan's soil. So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next, then? Entry applications?
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
Hasn't Charlian all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
true that, as a nation, Sharlayan only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries.
Here we go.
But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders. Especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry. Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed. The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions. Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration.
I'm not gonna lie. I started to doze off. I'm getting super fucking tired, and that scared the fuck out of me.
Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Of course. The immigration officers were this way, as I recall. Shall we? Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to call out. I'm getting so tired. Just the fatigue is starting to settle with me. So you guys, any gal tomorrow? Well,
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
What the fuck? Come on, this is my time to shine. Let me out of here. They can find another job, or just, I don't know, something. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I want to stream longer, I really do. It's already 7 o'clock. I'm calling it. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Here we go. It's dangerous. So, so zombie, like, gosh, I cannot talk. I'm so tired. Things have gone on pretty crazy. But zombie, you think you're gonna be able to do a little bit tonight or not? Alright, everybody, I gotta get out of here. I'm so tired. It's unreasonable. Like, I'm tired. So I'm calling it here. Thank you all so much for watching on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. If I keep going, I'm gonna end up falling asleep, and I don't want that. Thank you all so much for watching. Good night to you as well, to everybody that was, jumping on the stream. I really appreciate that. But I'm gonna get out of here. Again, I'm very tired. I'm sorry I didn't do a lot. Tonight was mostly getting the control of things, and we didn't either. Again. But that's okay. Tomorrow I can stream a bit longer. I don't have work that day, so thank you all so much for watching on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. If you haven't followed, subscribed, or the works yet to help support the channel, no doubt, please do. But till then, till next time, I'm out of here. Good night, everybody. Take it easy, have fun, and hopefully, things will work out. But if not, that's all good too. But good night, everybody. Take it easy, and until whatever random dextramental reverse thing here, I'm gonna get it here. But good night, everybody. Take it easy, have fun. Until next time.